Hallo beste kijkers, mijn naam is Ed Kosters en vandaag hebben wij een gesprek met Steve en Barbara Rother. Zij geven seminars in Nederland en over de hele wereld over kracht die je zelf in je hebt, maar vaak zijn de mensen de kracht verloren. Zij helpen om de mensen de kracht opnieuw te winnen en we gaan even een praatje met ze maken. Hallo.
Hi.
Hello, Steve and Barbara.
Hello.
Hi.
Welcome in the studio.
Thank you.
You help people with the power.
Yes.
To find the power in themselves. I believe you call it co-creation.
Co-creation.
Can you tell us something about?
Sure.
Yeah.
The information that we have is all about helping people to find their own power, and more than anything else, helping people to understand who they are and how they can create their own reality every step of the way.
Yeah.
And instead of coming to people for answers all the time, and gurus and leaders and government leaders or religious leaders, it's about finding the answers within themselves and working as a team.
Yeah.
And the whole process is all based around co-creation. Because that's basically what we do, is to co-create. When we say co-create, we're talking about create together with spirit, with us and spirit together, creating and bringing our idea of heaven here on earth, and creating that within our reality and making it there. So that's what we talk about when we say co-creation.
Yeah. Does the word God involves in these seminars?
I mix the word God, universe, and spirit.
Yeah.
They all mean the same to me.
Yeah.
So that's pretty much the way it works.
We might state it as your higher being, your higher self.
Yes.
Whatever you put it into.
Whatever your understanding of that is basically where it works.
So how did you find out that you had the powers
to channel? Yeah, that was an interesting process for me, because I was a building contractor.
Yeah.
I built stores, and I worked with churches, and we built other things like that on a regular basis. So this was not something you could not have told me 3 years ago that I'd be traveling around the world today channeling entities from the other side. But here I am.
Yeah.
And what happened really is Barb and I were on the beach on New Year's Eve, and her and I decided to go take this course from this church group of people it was a fairly metaphysical church, but we were doing this course on New Year's Eve about releasing all the old things from the year that we wanted to get rid of, and declaring all the new intentions we wanted for the new year. And we found ourselves on the beach at 5 o'clock in the morning as the sun started coming up. Mm-hmm. And one of the things we had to do, we had this big bonfire, and we had written out all our things that we wanted to release, and we threw them in the bonfire. Yeah. And then we took this smudge stick and we declared what we wanted for the rest of, for the next year. Yeah. And I took the stick and I threw my stuff in the bonfire, and I took the stick and I reached up, and I found myself saying that I wanted to be a light worker.
Yeah.
And I didn't even know what that was. I didn't even know what the words light worker were about.
It's a new term.
It was new for me. Yeah. I probably heard it somewhere, but for me to stand up and say that I wanted to be a light worker was not something I would have normally done.
Well, Barbara, what was your reaction about it?
It was the beginning of a whole new life for us. It really was, because I didn't know what was in store. But I would say over the last 3 or 4 years, our lives have changed totally, and been tested in every way, and in our relationship, and everything keeps on getting better and better. I just can't believe how totally happy we are in our passion, and that's what it's all about, is following your passion and helping others find their passion and follow that. But to work together, I tell everybody that Steve and I are partners in love and light work, and that's what it is, because we've been married for 27 years, but it's to work together in spreading this light and to help others light up. It's just wonderful.
So your message is really get in contact with your own, and do what you think is right. But a lot of people they're not connected with that part of them. But also you believe in a universal vibe.
Yes.
Yes. So people have to get in touch with the vibe with the universe, and you can help them because you can feel things, and so when, for instance, I'm with at your seminar and I'm stuck, I'm say, well, you can feel things. You write it down on type it on paper, and then it says what you can help me to free me.
We have exercises. The group has given me, the group is the entities that I channel. They have not told me a whole lot of who they are or where they're from, other than to say that they're from the angelic realm. They want us to listen to our hearts, to listen to ourselves, and to discern all the messages coming through for the love content of the message and not because of some label placed on it. So they haven't given me a whole lot of labels other than the group. We call them the group because there's 9 entities. And they have given us information for living comfortably in the higher vibrations. They basically say that we all vibrate and that those vibrations are increasing. And as we increase our vibrations, we're moving to a higher level of existence. And as we do that, we have things that used to work down here don't work up here anymore. And we have to learn new tools and new ways of doing it. And that's what the seminars are all about. The seminars are all about taking this information and using it on a daily basis in your life.
And it works better in a group when it's a group session. Why is that?
Because it's not so much about us. It's also about other people connecting and finding their own spiritual family. The way the group talks about it, they say that when we first came in to play this game, they put this whole context of life on earth in a game. They say it's the grand game of hide and seek. It's God hiding from himself, looking for herself. And we're all trying to remember who we are and what we came here to do and why we're here. And basically they said while we're doing that, well, the first time we came in as a family, and we were all connected, and we were all part of each other. We came in in little areas, and we had a tendency to incarnate in groups, in small groups. We were using the scorekeeping system of karma. And if you and I were going to work out karma and we weren't living on the same continent, it probably wouldn't be too possible for us to do that. So we had a tendency to incarnate together and to stay together as small groups and kind of families, original spiritual families. Well, over periods of time, I would work off my karma with this group, and I'd go over here and work in this area. And you'd work off your karma, and you'd go over and filter into that, and we'd all kind of filter out into other areas. Well, now that we're moving into the higher vibrations, and we're learning to work with our new tools and trust ourselves, what really is beneficial is when we come back as spiritual family, and we look in each other's eyes, and we remember who we are.
And but you say also I give seminars. You give seminars, and people they find themselves, but not always. I think some people they have to do it more. Or what's the reaction of from the people who visit your seminars?
People that visit people that come to our seminars are basically prepared to change their lives. That's what they're about. They're looking for the next step. They're looking for things.
They're motivated.
They're motivated. They're looking for things that will actually move them in there. And what we do is we provide the space for them to heal themselves. That's what we do. And by bringing all these people together, we do it in a nice, comfortable space where it allows people to connect. And we get to go and connect different parts of these original spiritual families all over the world. And what happens is, when we go to a city, not so much here in Holland, but especially in the United States, if we go to, say, California, we bring in people from
all over.
We bring people from all over. They come from Australia, they come from Canada, they come from Mexico, they come from different places. And it's not because we're having it here in this location, it's because they feel the draw to connect with those other members of their original spiritual family.
Well, I was talking with you, and you said it's really like spacey and spiritual, but you want really to it has to be more down to
It's
earth.
got to be real down to
It's
earth.
very grounded.
How
What
do-
we do
yeah.
is very grounded because, and people are relieved when they find out that we are very easy to talk to, that we're just like everybody else, and that we just have a message that we want to share.
Yeah.
We have people who come into our seminars, and that sometimes they may be a little unclear about why they're there, but by the time they leave, they are so excited
Their
and
eyes
ready to
and-
get on with their life. It's wonderful to watch that, how excited they are, and then they spread it to other people who they meet.
Yeah. But it's really a feeling, is it? You call it with vibrations and like.
Yes.
But can't you say that it's just a feeling, a gift? A gift. Yeah, I think it's
a gift, yeah.
You have the talent for feeling what other people.
It's something you learn how to
Yeah.
do. It's not so much even a gift. It's something we all have. We can all learn how to do this type of channeling. It's not just one person or two people that can do it. We all do it. In our seminars, we do channeling exercises.
Yeah.
We help people learn how to channel the other entities in
For
their higher
instance,
selves.
how do you with a game? But
We sit.
Yeah.
We sit with usually a group of 3 or 4 people, and one of the things we do is a psychometry exercise,
Yeah.
where we take off a piece of jewelry,
yes,
and we'll all put a piece of jewelry in the center.
yeah,
And then each person will take that piece of jewelry and they'll hold that jewelry and they'll read the vibrations.
Yes.
And they'll tell me a
that's the-
story
yeah.
because of the vibrations. That's one way we do it.
yeah.
Another way we do it, we have a lot of different tools that work with bringing this out in people. That's one of them.
In that atmosphere, people they get in touch with
themselves.
Exactly.
And that's the
Right.
important
Yeah.
part of
Right.
it.
Yeah.
Their power, not mine. Their power. Right.
Well, can you? Is it not the same thing? What happens if you laying cards, like
Yes.
tarot cards?
Yes, it
Well,
is.
some people believe in them, some people don't. But
Right.
you are
Doesn't-
busy with
It's
the cards.
whatever works
and-
for you.
Yeah.
It's not so much the cards. The cards aren't magical. You're
Yeah,
magical.
That's
Right.
right.
You're the one that's
Yeah.
magic.
Whatever tools you want to use.
Yeah.
I used to think that it was my women's intuition, that I just was getting these feelings,
Yeah.
and it's the same as channeling, intuition, whatever you want to call it.
Right.
Is just getting the center that that real feeling is true.
But before this, when you feel that you want to be a light worker, I think you always been two positive persons.
Oh yes.
Yeah. So
Yes, I was always a very positive person, but my life never worked the way it's working now.
Yeah.
I was never in my passion.
Yeah.
You're seeing a spark behind my eyes now.
Yeah.
It wasn't there
Yeah.
3 years ago. It was.
So you say you both found yourself. That's okay.
Yes. Yes. I think
We're
definitely we
living
were
our purpose.
positive people.
Yeah.
But,
you can feel but it's the power of kindness and people feel that. So I think that feeling, you feel it. It's like you can call it vibration or something like.
Well, that's what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Basically, if I hold my finger up, the only reason I see my finger is because the atoms in my finger
Yeah.
are vibrating at a certain rate
Yeah.
that my eyes can perceive. So we're all vibration. And then overall, we have an overall signature vibration.
Yeah.
And when you learn to read that, you kind of know something about a person, and that's pretty much what we help people do, is get in touch with themselves. We don't really teach people how to channel or talk to their guides or talk to spirit, because we all do it. We all know how to do that.
Yeah.
We don't usually trust it.
Yes.
Is what the case is. We think it's coming from our imagination, and we don't trust what we're getting. And the moment we don't trust it, it's gone.
Yeah.
Because we're very powerful, and whatever we think happens.
Yeah.
Whatever we focus happens.
Yeah. Well, and you give the seminars. You're now in Holland. How many seminars you give in Holland?
We're doing 3 seminars here in Holland. We're doing one in Haarlem,
Yes.
and the other one you're going to have to help me with the words.
Yeah.
Goesbeek.
Goesbeek. Goesbeek.
We're doing one in Goesbeek on Thursday evening, and then we're doing a full 2-day seminar on Friday and Saturday, which is called The Scepter of Self-Love.
Yes. And for information, do you have a contact number?
Yes. Ingrid's our contact. Ingrid Kramer is our contact.
Ingrid Kramer, yes.
And you'll have to feed me that number, Ingrid.
It's 036
036
529
529 06
80.
80.
Well, and we'll let the show in the screen. All right.
Good.
Okay, thank you for the interview.
You bet.
All right.
Thank
You
you.
bet. Thank you.